Hello, everyone. I'm so glad to see you on the channel. My name is Danny, and today we have a really exciting episode. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss new videos, and hit the bell to stay updated. Well then, let's test ourselves in hardcore mode.
And the underwater depths of this world hide the ancient buildings of forgotten civilizations, but before the start of a small advertisement is a magical server porthole, and here you can master the craft of magicians, but only one can become the best. Learn different abilities, create unique custom items that will help in future battles, and later improve them with new enchantments. For example, boots for a fiery gate will allow you to quickly move through the lava well, and also here you can always stand out just by visiting the cosmetic store, and most importantly, all this without mods. Copy the IP server you can in the description under the video. Play with us. I appeared on an island in the middle of the ocean, and now for survival I will have to use only those resources that I can find here. Well, the first thing to do is cut down a tree. And it's mined just eternity. Well, come on. Fall, as you have already understood. Survive on this island is not as easy as we would like. At least because you won't get much wood here. Perhaps plant a new one, or else they do not grow quickly. I made the initial wooden ones. Tools, and immediately went to mine the stone. That's now another thing. What's even on this island has so well, these cucumbers are not me at all. Interested in good here would illuminate everything but coal too. Unfortunately, I have not yet, and there is in the distance some incomprehensible thing that I will definitely fuse a little later, but now you need to stock up on resources and try. Relive the first night in one of the crevices. I discovered coal that had to be mined with the help of legal cheats immediately, making torches and lighting up all the dark areas of the island house. Of course, I won't have time to build already, so the old-fashioned first time I live in a micro. Oh, what a beautiful sunset, and then I got a new one. Problem, namely severe lack of food in general, is the most easy way to eat it. Probably catch fish, but do a fishing rod with me for now. That will not work, because there is no web, and where do I look for spiders there? Like not here, but there are a lot of skeletons. Oh. Stand guy, God caught me on the mistake tube, so you urgently need to run home something. I got very excited with the food. Okay, sorry chickens, but apparently you will have to eat. Oh, but here. And spiders appeared, but now it's definitely not up to them because it's time for me to eat. Restoring health, I still found a few spiders and knocked out the right amount of webs. Now you can safely make a fishing rod and catch fish. And now it stands. Think about your safety, that is, find what? Get a cave there. More iron coal and start making iron armor. Daddy. There is something here, yes, and just here you will find everything you need, so cave then. Huge turns out okay, but there I am so far. I will not climb, still want to live the smallest. I did not spend a lot of time in the cave, as I managed to get the right amount of iron on scissors with which you can safely trim sheep to get wool and go to bed. Her morning finally came, and I will not be disturbed. All sorts of dirty tricks from the remaining iron. I made an iron pickaxe and shield so that skeletons do not strongly interfered. Eating on an island by one fish isn't the best idea, because in the future it will be possible to breed animals. For this you cannot do without wheat here. Quite not bad territory, which can be leveled and accommodate all the necessary buildings, but it was too early to mess with it because lack of iron for tools was still felt. Yes. And there will be no iron with excess either, so I immediately went to that deep cave. That zombie resident of him would be like, save something so as not to lose Stan Ha. Okay, it was Close in the end with the monsters, I calmly dealt with A. Himself, buried in stones so as not to lose in the future. What the? This is what underwater deposits of iron are at this point to me. Straight very lucky at least, because not. We'll have to walk through dark caves and risk your life well. Consider the iron set is already ready, even though it pleases me immediately. I went to melt everything I found well, for now my iron melted was decided completely. Light up, island, so that tonight you can not be afraid of anything. And now, having iron tools can clear the territory. So well for building a house and farm of this basically. Should stop setting up an island, I started with an animal farm. Stop something is obviously wrong here. The smallest thing is now another thing also in this. The corral needed to bring animals. Well, I will destroy you all right now. Climb, well let's wonderfully. After a while the cows and sheep were in their places, it was only left to deal with the chickens and with the pigs. Well, I do not know what is happening to her, she just stuck in the corner and does not want to get out at all, apparently chicken by gender fish, but this issue is solvable. The animal issue was finally solved, everyone smoked. Coward, and then a storm began. Yes, the weather is now like this. Myself and what? Animals became big, and what if you ride them? Swim. I do not know whether this is a good idea or not, but why not? Try, oh, how the ocean raged. And it seems that the farther I sail from the shore, more become waves. So calmly drowning, I don't want to. Well, everyone pampered and enough, or else me. Right now a thunderstorm will burn the whole island. The next morning the thunderstorm completely passed, and instead I was met by a very beautiful rainbow, and by the way, by this point all the extracted iron had already melted, so I immediately started making an iron set. Well, now these skeletons will not be scary anymore, and how? Then the trees grow for a very long time. You need the same from something. Build a house, because to live in some hole under the ground. Well, so it still does not grow quickly with bone meal. Yeah, so what about it now? Probably the house will have to be built very small. Gonna make the house bunk and the first one. The floor will be made of stone to save some resources. And my little wheat farm will move here to me. I think this is the smallest house I have ever either built at all. Well, that's just how it will fit in. Whether everything you need is in it. Ended up with something so pretty. Beautiful but small, and inside I placed a bed. Stove chests in general, everything you need for the initial survival, and most importantly, that from here there is a very beautiful view of the ocean. Also from the house to the pen with animals, you can spend a small path so that my island slowly acquires a normal look for feeding all the animals. Beds under the house of course will not be enough, so additionally you need to build a large field of wheat, and that's what I did. Food for you all, unfortunately not enough, as they say. Sad but delicious. By the way, out with that thing next to still is located sunken ship, which in principle can be rafted. Well, what here we have about iron. Lapis lazuli and armor, trim. These are the chests to me. Like returning to the island, I realized what was needed like that. Accelerate growth of wheat to completely plant the whole field, and with this bone meal should help me. It is made of bones, and bones fall out of skeletons, so here you need to be straight, very neat, otherwise bone meal will have to be made of Me about their diamonds and also 4 more. Skeleton and zombie, it's okay, now I will scare them. OP. Great, no, it was a mistake, it was very huge mistake. Guys, take it easy, quiet, well. What did I get myself into, just why? I did it after all. I managed to survive in this difficult situation, and the reward for insane. The trick was diamond, just one true, but already at least something, eh? Here, by the way, beautiful enough. Yo, here baby, swim, sorry that I can only shelter. One thing I like about these caves is that first of all, here is a lot of food in the form of berries, and secondly, iron is just here. Does not end that, ha, well, such a portal in a cave, yes. You will not often meet in the future. I will need to do enchantment table portal to hell, so obsidian now is a super useful thing. Still, from the smallest, I was like caves looking for some diamonds, and finally it was time to go home, but before that I decided take some moss with you to make a house for shrimp. My channel is watched by 85% of people without subscription. Subscribe and become a legend. Fine, naive, and the caveberries could be hung on the wall of my house. Just let them grow, may be useful in the future. Well, now there will definitely be no problems with hay all. Cows will stay full and I'm full. I will later, he also needed to make a pond for axolotl and decorate it with decorative blocks. Everything now. This tiptoe check lives with me, and it seems he has a lot of fun here. Also, I completely forgot what on the island turns out to read, and you have to start already. Grow it soon, because bookshelves won't make themselves. God, I'm quite forgot about that thing. You would probably have to fuse there like that. And what exactly is this at all? Very similar to a lighthouse or buoy too. The ships did not crash, and in my opinion it is. And there inside, something is stopped, that there is a skeleton. Stop, it is underwater. Buddy, how else are you breathing? And that is, he has some kind of helmet for underwater breathing, understood, but there were quite good resources in the barrels, especially gold was now quite useful, because soon you will have to go to hell. From found diamonds, I decided to make a diamond pickaxe, just tacky using. She will need to mine obsidian and make a table. Enchantment with the portal, but so far you can decorate. Island, these are the flashlights to have better lighting at night. Here's this dark part of the forest with big trees to me like the least. So it was decided to cut some of the hello, and what are you here? Do right, there is essentially no village like them. Here appeared, you need to properly disassemble them. Weirdos, part of the trees still needed to be left, so the ground doesn't look too bald. I think in the liberated territory you can do what? House in which there will be a table of enchantments. Something straight super difficult I did not build, because for such a room you can limit yourself to some shed, but also on the second floor you can make a small warehouse in case all the chests of the house overflow. Yes, this is my best friend, and now survival has slowly begun to go uphill. All the basic resources, there is food you can already eat and do interesting things. Swimming on the ocean at the bottom, found a destroyed portal obsidian, which could be obtained. By the way, there is such a beautiful color of water, like the island is not so turquoise. Well, now you can swim home. I did not pull, so I decided to immediately check what was there. Happens in hell. So well, at least thanks on that biome. No longer the worst, and here is such flat terrain. Plus Bishan nearby. In general, there is something to explore. but for safety to walk through hell. First, you need to make a lot of food than me actually and